Yeah.
Alright,
One, two, two.
Good night, greetings everybody. We are G-Syndicate, and tonight is vibes as we syndicate you vibes, you know. You're gonna be hearing some songs off our upcoming EP. Things gonna be nice. So right about now, we starting with this one. Ready to blow? So are you ready to go? So are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Oh, ready to blow, ready to blow. Oh, so let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time to start the party. Sometimes we be getting dirty. This time we're starting this thing right. Hey, so just kick off your shoes. It's no time to feel the blues. So baby, we gonna do our thing tonight. Oh, leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
It's time for you to be free. Let's just enjoy the party tonight. We just gonna ease our mind. So just think about the world, 'cause we're not gonna stop us all in the way. Just leaving all our fears behind. So leave the work at home, leave the stress alone. Toss away your worries. Ain't got no time for that, baby. Now you got the chance. Lose your fears, just dance. We're gonna rock this party. Just raise your hands if you're ready.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Let the music take control. Let it seep into your soul. When the bass line starts pulsating, feel the stress evaporate. Let it bring to your mind. There could be no better time to get on the floor, 'cause we're just ready to blow. Ready to blow, start up the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark on the trombone.
Start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Give it up for Mark, y'all. So let me go.
Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go.
Ready to blow,
ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go, let's go. Ready to blow, start up the show, get on the floor, let's go.
Yes, folks, good night one more time. We are G-Syndicate. This next song we're going to do for you, you can find it on our upcoming EP called Revive. We released it last year, and be ready to rock. This one is called Chemistry.
Hey, 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 girl. Hey, hey, hey,
grooving. Sweet cat, call it honey bar, good looking. The way how you're moving, put me in a mood, I'm glad to see you. Your waistline on the baseline, so attractive, I wanna be a captive. I see a smile on your face now, so beautiful, I know you're original.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. That's my baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving. We're still grooving.
Come talk to me, girl. Classy and intelligent, are you run the world? Let me say face to face. Know you feel the tension, just had to mention. Your brown eyes, shining bright, so gorgeous and glowing like sunlight. I hear your voice, angelic eyes, so amazing, I wanna keep this going.
So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back for me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, gal, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. I love how you dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, gal, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving.
Hey, girl, I wanna take you home with me.
And hey, girl, show you good energy, yeah.
Hey, girl, I wanna treat you right, you see, you see, you see.
Hey, girl, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky, just the two of us. You and I. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. What you won't do for love. You try everything, but you won't give up. So come wind up on me, I wanna see if you got good chemistry. And come push back on me, don't hold back, gal, just be free. Love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and still grooving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, come and still grooving. I love your dance and show off, show off. You have my attention, girl, you're sweet off. Dance me, baby, step out, step out. Just keep it moving, we're still moving. I love how you're not touch. Show off, show off. You have my attention. And that's for me, baby. Step out, step out. Just keep it moving, cause we're still grooving. We're still grooving. Still grooving. Still grooving. Yeah.
The next selection is entitled Englishman in New York, a song made famous by Sting in the 80s. Hope you enjoy.
I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, my tea. I like my toast on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. See me walking down Fifth Avenue, a walking king here at my side. I take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. manners make it man, as someone said. He's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty's propriety can lead to notoriety. You could end up as the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, are rare in this society. At night a candle's brighter than the sun. In New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made up. There's nothing you can do. In New York, there's more than combat gear to make a man. There's more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. If manners make it man, and someone said he's a hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and strive. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
We know you sing at home.
Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York City. I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Englishman in New York. Oh, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York.
Now, growing up in the 90s, I would have loved these songs. I'm sure those of you that know them will love them as well. So we got two songs coming up for you. We got I Wanna Know by Joe and Someone to Love by John B. and Babyface. Hope you guys enjoy.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh, nobody ever made me feel this way. No, you kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, I wanna know. So I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know what makes you cry. Oh, so I can be the one who always makes you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were with. No, and he never took the time to make it work.
Deserve more loving, girl.
Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows consent. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. Yeah, and I wanna know so I can be all that and more. And I'd like to know.
Warning. What you are about to hear goes against traditional romantic counsel expressed by friends, family, and Instagram memes and quotes. Open-mindedness is advised.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil John, as always, my brother from another mother, and your host, Eric Kingston. Horns flying already.
Here. I am here.
And to- yes, sir. Together we bring you another version. Sorry, we bring you the live stream, the Senate Podcast. Anyhow, my brother, what's going on? How's everything? What's talk to me nice?
Man, I'm here, man. I'm good. Um, it's busy times, but I here fighting off, soldiering on, and trying to make it out on the other side, I suppose. Um, Everything seems to be picking up. G-Syndicate picking up, work picking up. So let's try to swim through, man. Let's try to swim through and keep my head above water. How was everything on your end, my brother?
Like you, busy. A lot going on in life. So just trying to keep abreast of the situation, trying to, find time to balance. Trying real hard to acclimate myself to the new schedule, and I got to can't let the Senate podcast drag behind because we got shorts. We got shorts, man. So I trying to get back to the schedule in the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I released one yesterday, so I aiming to release one tomorrow. I hoping my absolute best to at least get it out tomorrow. And yeah, other than that, life is everything. Life is living. Um, you mentioned,
Stuff.
yeah, you mentioned the syndicate, man. So you got to tell the people how, when, and where to find G Syndicate as things picking up. You should got
Yeah, man.
an itinerary.
Yeah, man. We should be at Sage Bar on the 2nd. That's the Friday night. The 4th, we'll be at University, West Indies, for their 9 lessons and carols. The 18th, we'll be at Frank Cullimer Hall. All things be equal, be at Frank Cullimer Hall for our own show. We'll have Kelly Cadogan on there, Hashim Duran on Steel Pan, he'll be part of it. Kashida Dottin, she won Beige of the World, I think the first one. She won one of those. She'll be there, she'll be doing some songs with us. And then we got some students from the Barbados Community College as well. They'll be opening the show for us in the first half. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to pull all those moving parts together. And yeah, man, here in the struggle, trying to make it work. Big at the guys, Kiyama, Waden, Mark, Brett, Hugh. They're also there as well, along for the ride. So we're just trying to put everything together in the next couple of days so that we can say definitively X, Y, and Z is happening. And then we got some private stuff after the show on the 18th for Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. So, fellas, shaping up to be pretty busy, and then hopefully we can get a little bit of a break as we head into the new year. I plan to take a few days myself, so trying to organize that so that I can come back into the new year rested and rejuvenated, ready to spread the word one more time. As I would say, Neil, we've gotten some messages from people saying they appreciate the stuff we do. So try to keep it going for those guys who need to hear what's being said. She's on my mind. Speak of the devil, wonderful pair. My man Jerron in the house, Big Hill from Canada. Thank you, my brother. Good to see you in the house as neutral. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody else that is watching and listening, and they enjoy what we are doing here on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. And tonight is going to be a wild night. I think we'll do another one of these on Thursday as well because, shoot, I just need to clear my phone. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to get through. Tonight's going to be one of them wild nights. Some triggering and go down, so brace yourself, folks.
Right. So, Derek, you would have mentioned real quick, that some people would have reached out to us and tell us, they appreciate what we do. And, they're liking the content, et cetera, et cetera. Some people say they find us funny. Some people say they find us informative. Some people even say that, even though they find it entertaining, there is a lot of truth in what we say. And I want to be very clear. It's not just from me. I have grown women that, quite frankly, have no reason to lie to me or to tell me anything. Women that I don't know, women that I've met once or twice that I had conversation with, and they said they watch it and they enjoy the conversation and they enjoy some of the things that we do. So I really do appreciate that people rocking with us. I know there was a period in time not too long ago. Well, at this point, that was season 1. where we were feeling a little downtrodden as the way we're doing it. But you know, at the end of the day, I think we do it partly because we believe what we say has to be said, and two, we got a great fan base, man. We got a great audience. We have a mature audience, as Derek likes to call this podcast, the Thinking Man's podcast. So, well, the Thinking Person's podcast as it's 2022. So yeah, man. We don't mind the labels. Everybody got a label in this life. So if you all choose to label us as whatever, that is what it is. We just know that if you want to truly engage us in conversation, we can go come with more than labels. Maybe some facts will do it. Anyhow, my brother. As I said, we are indeed the Senate podcast. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. The most important words I just said is share. We do content for you 5 days a week. Along with the Tuesdays and Thursdays here, we do the long form content, the live stream where we talk, the things we don't dipsy doing in this space. We also do the Senate shorts. Those are a bit lighthearted, a little more wacky in the world of love and life.
Definitely.
But we still try to bring some advice to people in everyday situation, because some of these situations do happen and some of these things are applicable to the everyday man and woman out there. So we do that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We're trying to get back to that schedule. I've been a little busy in the last few weeks trying to acclimate to some things behind the scenes, but you know what? We make it happen. So give us a like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. No, as I just said, every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. we do the Senate podcast, which is this space here. We come live and direct in this non-dipsy doodle space. And in this space, wait. I know see somebody. It's totally slipped my mind. You see that last person that come in there, Dr. Kerry Ampere? That is Dr. Kerry. Did you know that Dr. Kerry was a doctor and also a woman? She's a regular contributor to our podcast, both in the chat and live. Do you also know that Dr. Kerry has a birthday? That is today.
Well,
that's
geez,
right.
right.
Today is her birthday. So you got empty that some board.
Yeah, it's true. Let me organize. You know she gonna get a bumper class.
Yeah.
You gonna get
all.
Contaminated environment. You know tutus about that?
Go on.
She belongs to the streets.
That what though?
No. Not my good friend. Not my good friend. She does not belong to the streets. Right.
Oh.
Yeah, that is. Yes, that is.
Turn it off.
Not a bumper clock.
It's only fitting.
Yes, Dr. Kerry Ampere, happy birthday from the Senate podcast. I would have obviously told you happy birthday already, but we do appreciate you and value you in this space. You are rocking with us. You know, even though a lot of people may say what they got to say about us, we appreciate you. Check her out, Dr. Kerry Ampere. She has a podcast, Naked Morning. She's Jamaican, so the morning is morning, but it's morning, you know, how they to speak. But it's Naked, Naked, Morning, Mawing. It is not that kind. It's not that kind of podcast. Naked Morning is essentially what they say from. It's like, this blessed morning, or you know, you could believe this blessed morning. They say like this bright and shiny, like, you know, one of them terms that they would use. It has nothing to do with nakedness. It has nothing to do with sex. It is, please take your mind out together. She has that on Instagram. That is a podcast where she talks about life, love, and relationships from the perspective of a Caribbean woman, Black woman living in the United States. So, Dr. Kerry, we wish you all the best, happiness, life, and love.
For sure.
And yeah.
See, Tango Fox asking if she's recovered from Armageddon.
Well, I don't know. That was a rough short. But I also do appreciate just before, yes, at Naked Morning. Oh, sorry, I said I don't know how to spell morning. I thought morning.
MAWNING.
No, energy at the end. But anyhow, she has it there. The at Naked Morning, NAKEDMAWNIN. Please check her out. And we really do appreciate it because Dr. Kerry is not. She's a traveling woman, so she's using the hotel Wi-Fi to watch us. So we appreciate it. I hope using
Sure.
the what? I hope you using the hotel Wi-Fi and not your data, cause we ain't paying for that bill when you get back.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't got that kind of purse strings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't have an accounts department. Just like the legal department, it is non-existent. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are talking fan submission. We did fan submission a couple of weeks ago, and we were to resume, but of course, Tia Maury came along.
Yeah.
She's skin of the apple cart. We had to talk about her, but we are going back to fan night. Derek assures us that it will be a wild night. So over to you, my brother. Lead us in sermon. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Before I get cranky, let me talk about Tia Maury a little bit. Do you know this? Nearly got disrespectful there. But yeah, this lady is talking about, how she graduated from her marriage and stuff like that. I am still finding it very difficult to process that. And
The evolution.
yeah, and she compared it to curriculum. I actually had that clip. I forgot to send you it, and I guess I was, going through. I don't feel it putting that into, but yeah, she talked about it's like you gotta study a course, and at the end of the course is
Yeah.
graduate. I thought you graduate when the course is finished, because you still got two young children. Your children ain't growing, but you graduated. Hey,
She barely passed it
but
midterm.
Tia, yeah, you know, couple weeks in, but you
Yeah.
graduated. Okay. Anyhow, shout out Trigger Me tonight, Tia. We are going forward from you. We have other things to discuss. So let me because I see we have this new thing on, I think it's Instagram, Beijing Confessions. Now I kind of along this think is akin to like Dear Dominus from back in the day. But sometimes these stories are still hilarious. They are still there's just sprinklings of, I suspect it might be exaggerated just a little bit, but you can find a little truth in them. So let me get some Beijing Confessions to start the night. And this one, the first one goes, Beijing Confessions, me and my man been together for just over 7 months, and I never come yet, cause sex never lasts more than 5-7 minutes. My man loves head, which I enjoy doing, but he either comes quick or as soon as I know you would enjoy that. As soon as he enters me, not even 3 good strokes, and he's done. Plot twist. I've been cheating with his father, brother, and cuz. I am ready to break off the relationship with him for his cuz, since all of us live in the same house. Yeah, so she's ready to break off the relationship with him to deal with she's cheating with his father, brother, and cousin. And she's ready to break it off. But it's going to be weird because they all live in the same house. So she wants to know, what should I do? What would you suggest to her, Neil? Yeah. Condolences, brother. Condolences. Let me hook you up, man. Let me hook you up.
Yes. Sorry that y'all can't hear me. I had to mute myself because I felt a sneeze coming on, but it didn't come. As I was saying, the advice Derek was asking me, I was speaking to a woman recently, and she was speaking about an ex-boyfriend she had, where she spoke about him ejaculating quite prematurely. Essentially, they would be getting into session. Every session now, this would happen where the man will put him one good straw and he out, going to pasture, right? And then, of course, yep, and Derek played the condolences and everything. That is as well with his soul. But in all seriousness, I wanted to address this part of it because there are some men that do have these types of issues, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know it's very. Let me get this out the back. First things first, nobody wants to. No man don't want to come quick.
Our face,
Shoot,
fibs.
shoot. They got men out there so that's performing like stallions, and then there's got a one night off, and they feel like they let down the whole ancestry. You understand? So, um, I think you should go and see a doctor if it's something that every time you have sex with a woman or a sexual interaction with a person that you don't last 10 seconds. You could warm food faster than longer than use a tetrabright, right? But so yeah, y'all can y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. But you can hear me right there.
Yeah, hearing you clear.
My life, if you can hear me, put ones in chat. Anyhow, I just want to say that please go and see medical attention for that. There are ways that you can deal with that situation. It could be things like diet. It could be things like routine, sleep, stress. It could be a whole host of things that could be. It is not normal for a man to last one stroke, certainly not three. And yeah, seek some type of recourse for that because everybody likes sex and everybody wants to enjoy themselves. No, on to the rest of this, right? You got a man that give 3 pumps, 3 good pumps, and he gone. Man give the three
Best pumps.
yeah, best pumps he like. And you are cheating. It's his father, brother, and cousin. Now all want to live in these here hosts. No. This is why Derek says that we have to take Bayesian confessions with a grain of salt. Back in the day, they had their dominance. Their dominance
spoon.
Was exactly a pot spoon of salt. Back in the day, there used to be this thing called Dear Dominus on Facebook. Used to write some very outlandish stories quite like this. And we believe that this is the Instagram or the 2022 iteration of that. It's not impossible, but there can't be. Oh, I thought the chat was saying. Anyhow, right, good. So there is no way that you man, you my brother, you my father, you my cousin, all live in the same house, and you are cheating with you sleeping with everybody in the house. Everybody in the house getting peace. And the man don't know. And that man don't know. Shoot. Somebody in the house gonna know other than you. So if the father and the brother know, Lord of mercy. If the father know, if the cousin know, if one person know other than you, man, and you, that is terrible. So that part of it, we can just disregard. I can't believe that's true. If this is true and you are watching and you really do want to know what to do, I suggest 1, start sleeping with everybody in the man family, and 2, move out. If the man, if the 2 strokes ain't good, if the 3 strokes, I'm sorry, brother. If 3 strokes are not good for you, consider moving out. Consider moving on. Consider getting into another relationship. I mean, if you love them, love. Sorry.
Go on.
My bad. Yeah, just leave the man, move on, find somebody else, and yeah, stop whooping the man family.
This is what we might as well say. You don't want nobody. I get DV family members.
Wait.
You see, we laugh at Zoe. But we see. Yeah, no, we're going on.
Exactly.
You know, shout out to Dr. Carrie Ann.
I was just about to say it's her birthday now. Hold on, it's Dr. Carrie's birthday and she's traveling now. I realized she sent me a couple of pictures of her traveling. I ain't seeing the other side of the camera.
And they selfies, right?
The angle's kind of funny. They could be selfies, they could not be selfies. I don't know, man. I just saying I would hear my great friend of so many years would have had a development in her personal life and did not inform me about it. Anyhow, on we go.
That's a PLA case. We won't deal with that. But yeah, man. I don't know. This is what you man so say you want about didn't he family members, you know, and sure. I suspect it's a case where she is in an unfortunate situation and is simply looking for lodging. And as such, she is, you know, in this situation with these gentlemen, who I am pretty sure all are aware that they're running a train on her. And it's just that they're all faded ignorant. So everybody's like, but yo, I don't tell nobody, but everybody has knowing else what's going on. So let's press on, Neil.
D-train.
Well, we can talk. We can talk about oil train in a little bit, but let me press forward.
Yes,
we
sir.
got some more major confessions, right? And this is what goes. They were on the outskirts town as a security guard working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Condolences to you with that 12-hour shift. The other guy he worked with eased out on a night to buy food from Baton's Road. So on our way back to work, we all passed out by Harrison College side and saw men dressed as women. He picked up one to bring back work. That's his speed, so he didn't care. But one night I got curious and decided to see what the hype all about.
Oh, Jesus.
That's the best head and ass I ever had in my 49 years of life. Only problem is my new habit has me broke because I can't afford to buy like him every night. I have a wife along with 2 kids at home to support.
Yeah, good. So, listen, right? You have a wife and 2 children, and you are broke, meaning that now you have a vice. You now have something like drugs.
Can't afford a vice.
You can't afford a vice. I ain't gonna get into your sexual proclivities. If that's what you like, that's what you like, right? Hey, man.
Like it, I love it. Shoot,
Do your thing. The thing I would say is that, please, first things first, we do not condone that sort of like the procurement of sex workers. We do not condone that, right? That's number one. Number two, we certainly don't condone it if you do have a wife and 2 children. Sure, you could have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Do not secure procurement of prostitutes. That's not cool. That's not right. You gotta think of the health and safety of your family members, your loved ones, and yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. Second is that you're spending all your money upon them, bro. All your money, shoot. We don't. That's another thing we don't condone, right? We always talk about being the best version of you, getting your money up and that sort of thing. You spend it essentially on sex.
For you.
No,
that's no protection, no provision for your family.
Yeah, and once you get the experience, that's that. So it's a one-time experience.
For
you. Right? So now you broke. I don't know what the bill situation in your house, but I am sure between you and your wife, you all have bills to pay. You have children to raise. And you brat. And you working. Come on, man. I think that you need to do better with your finances and what you choose to spend your money on. The last thing I would say is that if you are indeed addicted to sex workers, consider leaving your wife. She ain't deserve that. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't getting the fact that it is with men. The fact remains is that even if it was with women, you got a wife and 2 children home, meaning that you working 12-hour shifts to provide for your family, that you essentially providing to the sex worker and not to your children and your family, right? So you are failing in your provision. You're failing in your procreation. You're failing in your your problem solving and critical thinking skills. You're not doing a very good job being essentially a man, right? We ain't gonna get into, as I said, the sexual orientation, anything like that. If you want to live that lifestyle, left out your wife, left out the family. If you want to go there and have sex workers, who am I to tell you? Just left out don't let them be collateral damage.
Correct, because they may sign up for that. They didn't ask for that, so left them out. Let's go forward, Neil.
Down the road.
Here's your confessions one more time, yeah? Uncle I Love Kink, he says, but my mom brought a strap-on 2 weeks ago from somebody's IG page begging me to peg he, which I eventually did, but every time we having sex, he wants to be pegged first. Making matters worse, he wants me to peg him while he gives another man head. What kind of nasty, sick in the brain behavior he pun. And when I respond, he cussing me. When I get home saying I is a whore, so he gotta find another woman to love he for he. Confessions, find out for your followers what's this effery. Men does be on, not men, dear.
No, sweet girl, no.
You're man.
No. Be clear. Be clear.
Paint everybody with that brush.
No. Right. That's a very fine brush. That's not a broad stroke, please.
Very fine. What can every these men does be on in the bedroom? Because I lost, plus sometimes he just want head with a finger and he pooch. All right, Neil, over to you, brother.
Right. So as I can say again, do not paint men with this. Nope. That is not a majority. That is not even half seas. That is not even a quarter, I would posit. That is a very small minority of men that like that. That's number one. Number two, I hope you leave this man, because this man is essentially confusing you, right? Like, it's one thing to be bisexual or even homosexual, But it's another thing to want you to provide those things for him without expressly explaining that to you. So, for example, if he is your partner and you love him and he loves you and he wants to live his true, authentic self, he should be able to come to you and say, look, babe, this is why I am, this is what I'm going through, this is how I feel, this is what I love to, this is what I into. And then she can make a business decision if to facilitate it or not. But when you come to your partner, man, and women, to be honest, you come to them and the guys are, oh, let me try this. And every other night you want to try it. And then it's no every night, every time we have, you know what I mean? You're bringing in other people into the relationship. You're doing things that are not necessarily comfortable for your partner. Like a partner would do something for you every now and then to facilitate whatever kink you got or whatever. But they ain't going to do that. They ain't going to be like every night, they ain't every other night. Shoot, that might not even be twice a year. The point remains is that, sister, I think you should leave that man. I think that man has a lot of explaining to do in terms of who he is and what he's into. If he, saying that you got to love him for him, but you need to love him from a distance if you're uncomfortable with his sexual proclivities. Especially if you're bringing other men and other people into the relationship and you're uncomfortable with certain sex acts that you all do. To the man, I would say, just as I said, if you are into whatever you into whatever you into. But make sure that you explicitly say to your partner what it is you are into. Don't go under the guise that there's a one-time try thing, and this is just I see this on TV and I want to try it or whatever. I see this on Pornhub or whatever and I want to try it. And then now every night you craving it. That's you've not explained yourself to this person. So you know what I mean? Like, if she really loves you, brother, if you come and say, look, I'm bisexual, or whatever, you might not want to lose the woman. You might genuinely love and are attracted to the woman, right? You're bisexual. That's cool. That's all right. That's not a problem. You can explore that, but you have to let the woman know what's going on, and you have to be fair to her, because at the end of the day, the woman is there with you and she loves you and she wants to make you happy, but she still also has to consider her comfort level and all this, because sometimes too far left is too far left. We don't, it ain't everything you want to do for your partner. You might try it and say, not me, and then,
Well, to me, Neil, it's not a lifestyle change. So I share wondering why girlfriend, if she's so uncomfortable with the particular situation, why she even bothering to explore it and entertain it anyway? If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is not the interaction again that she would have signed up for. So, to decide that you going down this road, and no, it is a constant thing, as you say, in a one-off thing. This man looking for this thing every night.
Yep.
And then abusing you.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's saying they cursing you and calling you all kind of names and all kind of things.
No, that ain't cool.
When he can't get this thing done. Sweet girl, yeah, don't stick up.
Yeah,
you can see you see the rating on the wall. The fact you rating, they say you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Get from both there.
Yep. I completely agree.
Yeah, man. Let me press forward, Neil, because we back to my man here. Tom Brady.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we now remember last week we talked about this, and Giselle get some strays when she was dealing with the Kung Fu man and thing. And we met sport, we had some kicks, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was saying, we knew Tom Brady would have recovered. And your boys got the proof one more time. So put it on screen there, Neil. And what the article says. This article says Tom Brady swamped by models and influencers after his divorce with Giselle. Women are running to the NFL star. Tom Brady and Giselle Bundchen recently confirmed their divorce, but given their high-profile status, they won't stay single for long if they don't want to. This is true. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback, in particular, has become the target of several stunning women, from models to influencers and former Playboy playmates. Among those looking to console the heartbroken Brady is Playboy model Sarah Blake, who, despite being married,
hey man, greatness.
Let me read this again. Among those looking to console the heartbroken Brady is Playboy model Sarah Blake, who, despite being married, would go as far as asking her husband for permission to be with the NFL star.
Amen.
Yeah. I would have to essentially ask my husband for a hall pass, Blake told the New York Post. I'd be like, hey, what's up, good looking? I love your chiseled jawline. You have such a cannon. You're the greatest quarterback of all time, and screw Giselle. That's what I would probably say. Somebody that dedicated to their craft and their profession, who wants to be the best and has that drive, that's extremely attractive. You got drive, Neil.
I do have drive.
You're dedicated to your craft.
I'm very
dedicated. You think Miss Blake would give you an opportunity? Yeah, since those are attractive qualities.
Seeing as this woman probably don't even know I exist on this planet.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I ain't got that Tom Brady money. Nor that cannon.
Boy. No pun intended.
Of
but
course.
Competition for Brady would be stiff. Brazilian model Mayara Lopez is also throwing her hat in the ring. I wouldn't necessarily approach him directly, but I would make a contact and try to get his attention, Lopez told New York Post. Remember, ladies, I said to you, if you want to be chosen, you have to make yourself available, make yourself known. And you know, if I think he gave me attention, then maybe I'd make a move. Kendra Middleton, a young journalist with the New England Sports Network, gave a more nuanced take. Obviously, he's very physically attractive, but his work ethic is awesome. Yes, put it on the work ethic, Kendra. I love it, said the 26-year-old. He's so dedicated to his craft that he doesn't even eat tomatoes. You know what I mean? Tom's entire identity for a couple of decades now has been football. And I'm sure divorce is scary for someone who doesn't have experience being around their kids all the time. Maybe this is what Tom needs to build those relationships. His future is family.
Yeah, I mean, here's you, right? No, we would have talked about this or alluded to this in previous. Oh, shoot, we didn't even allude to it. We flat out said that Giselle can soon realize that, you know, she tried to bluff a man with 2 aces when she only got 4 high, right? It is fascinating to me because Tom Brady is, I mean, we don't necessarily like using these sort of words, but high profile man. He is essentially a very successful man, very attractive man, and he's a very rich man, very well-known man, a very sought-after man in various different fields. I am sure that any organization on this planet would love to have Tom Brady attached to them. And I mean every organization, because he is that high profile. People that don't know or follow American football know about Tom Brady, right? That is just how prolific he is. And at the end of the day, Giselle may, you know, be seeking out a man that is more attentive or more dedicated to her and her kids. The problem is that after a while, if that man does not meet a certain level of status, fame, attention, and clout, she may find herself longing for the days when Mr. Brady was in her bedchamber, right? And you know, she with the kung fu man now, as there put it, right? Getting her kicks.
Yeah.
But right?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, she getting her kicks, and Tom now has the pick of the litter to the point where, and you know, years ago I said this, right? I can't remember. I told this to several women actually. I remember saying, you know, if Rihanna was to come to me, right? I said, Neil, I like saying I want you. You come back to my place, we have a nice time. I will fly you out. You'll be my sex toy. I'll have my way with you anytime. You'll get a little stipend when the month come. And when I say a little, like, you know, right? But you ain't gotta worry about money no more. Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about the money no more. I'm gonna say, Rihanna, just give me half an hour. Half an hour. And let me think it over for half an hour. And I'm going home and I'm gonna ask my woman, you know, babe, Rihanna, Robert Fenty, you know, she come and tell me that she want piece off of me and she want flew me out and she can give me a piece of money. No, I'm not asking permission. I am saying this is what's going to happen. No, you can either be part of the gravy train, or we could decouple now and let me get on with my business. You see, when a woman can look at her husband and say, husband, I want to go and have chances with Tom Brady, and I can guarantee you that even if the man say no, for a moment he's going to say, you have free tickets for life, yeah? This is, you know, NFL appearances and rubbing elbows with NFL stars and who's who of NFL football. Shoot, if nothing else, I get to take pictures with Tom Brady. Point remains that man will consider it. Me personally, if I had a wife and Tom Brady was interested in her, I'd say, well, babe, it is up to you. Ultimately, it's your decision. I will be with you every step of the way. Every step of the way, I'll be with you. Once you understand where home is, once you know the bare butter and thing, don't forget me. You know what I'm saying? And I am down for the cause. Anyhow, Tom has
Call a business decision.
Business decision, right? We call it, it's a
After all, Neil, these days you hear all the time that marriage is a business.
Marriage is hey man. And if I come into the business with a proposition, I come into you as a fellow board member and I say, here, Tune, we got an investment here. We got investor.
Yeah,
investor want.
Let me make it work.
You can make it work.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think this is exactly what we're going to see. I think Tom is going to be more than all right. Tom Brady is a prolific individual because of his great success in football. So him get another woman, especially a woman that looks very well, better than Giselle or even on her level or whatever. Shoot, she could be ugly than Giselle.
No stress.
It don't matter. Tom can be all right. If Tom decides never to get married anymore and decides to be like Leonardo DiCaprio and just be a serial dater, he can be all right. He can be all right. And I guarantee you, we like to think of ourselves a little prophetic. Giselle can regret this decision. She's gonna say that she was impulsive and a bit hasty. I know. I wish him bad on Giselle. I wish her the success. I wish the Kung Fu guy sweeps the leg, and I hope the Kung Fu man sweeps the leg and goes the distance with her. But of course, if it doesn't work out, we will be here to say I told you so, because why not?
This is what we do.
That's what we do.
This is what we do. Fellas, be successful. Be as successful as you can be. Yeah. And then shoot. Cuckolding is a thing that is centuries old. And clearly to this day, it's still a thing, because this woman is willing to cuckold herself. Yeah. She's willing to put herself into a position where she is married, Dread.
Married.
She is married. You think what? Now, let me be real, folks. You think that she doing it because she like Tom Brady like that? She going for two things here. Maybe two things that's run the world right now: clout or money.
I thought he was gonna sit dog in a race, but anyhow.
she would get some of the offing, but to be fair, it's clout or money, right? Because she don't know that talk about Tom Brady, but she's willing to go ask her husband.
Yeah, give me this blood. Give me this blood.
Yeah, just allow me here a little bit, as the young people would say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's press forward. That was Tom Brady. Folks, you watching the Senate podcast here on YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, also hit the like button. That is the price of admission. Let me do a little quick peek here. So we only got 5 likes. People like, yeah, liking you, sure, Neil.
Oh, come on, man.
We ain't gonna shut them down.
Come on, man.
But yeah,
come on. Hit the
like button.
Yeah,
hit the like button, folks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's cheap. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyhow, another we had Beijing Confessions earlier, but another outlet, I would say, media outlet on Instagram is S News 246, and I find that they are just as wild, right up there with white collar crime, right? And this one, well, let's just have a read of this one. It says, "Hey, hide my name." Wait till you hear how we do this scandalous to start. So here we go.
Yep.
I'm on the brink of a nervous breakdown as I came home on September 10th and found my boyfriend deep inside my mother while she was enjoying it. God damn.
Balls deep. So deep inside.
Yeah. So from that day until now, I haven't slept, quit my job, hardly bathed, hardly eat, and saw him on IG and Facebook. Yeah. Saw him on IG and Facebook, deleted all of my pics and replaced them with hers. So the man is done with you. The man is dealing with your mother. Okay. People will say I forget them both, but it's easier said than done. Plus, I live with my mom, so I hear them nearly every night having sex or see them together in the house. What is going on? My belly and my heart burns me seeing them together. And what made it worse? I overheard him say he can't wait to breed her. That sent me in a straight depression. I don't know how to handle this situation anymore. Folks, these are things that you all send me. Okay.
Look,
You all send me.
I will say this, right? I really do commend the creativity of SDs246. Yeah. I Beijing Confessions, right? Like, honestly speaking, right? They're very imaginative in their writing. There is no way that these are real. We covering them just because, hey, this is what y'all saying to me, right? So, but really and truly, these are not things like, how you advise somebody here, but this man ain't got no care for you. You man ain't care for you. Move out. Go somewhere else.
But
If this is a real
Neil, let me be
situation,
real, Neil. Let me be real. We have covered stories like this before with the video evidence to support it.
indeed,
Okay.
one man went hard to breathe too.
Exactly. So it ain't as far fetched as we would like. Just we don't hear about these things right here in good old Barbados. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the embellishment of them in the next room beating down the place and he can't hit the breeze. She like that's yeah, that little honey bunny bunny kid. That's too much. Like yeah, so like we don't think that this is real. Maybe it's a bit of embellishment. I don't know. The point remains is that if you ever find yourself in a situation where your parent is dealing with your partner and them in the next room, all of them at the same house, but instead of you and he making sweet, sweet love, in the next room you hear the headboard, but. And you God,
be depressed.
kill me with it, right?
Be depressed off you, mother.
Right. I think it is time to remove yourself from that situation because that gonna hurt your heart. That will hurt anybody's heart. Nobody shoot.
It hurt. If woman say it hurt she heart and she belly burn.
I just saying nobody that don't make sense. So if you ever find yourself in this situation, best remove yourself in this situation. I ain't tell you to burn bridges with your mother. I ain't tell you to write all the boyfriend. I ain't tell you none of that. Just for your own peace of mind, go to sleep to the sound of crickets for a change. Go somewhere else. Right? Yeah, that's me.
Nobody want to hear that there. So I know say you want there, so just know from the same white collar crime, we could put that up on screen for me deal. Right? The last thing I know say you there because these kind of situations, and we talk about Tom Brady just now, right? And check what white collar got here, so let me know when they could go.
Yeah, let me get this on screen here real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, you are on screen right. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, you're on screen now.
Lord, they got women down here being faithful to married men. Yeah, that's where we at, man. That is where we are at. But let me go forward. We back on the schedule.
On base, yeah.
Right, so give me that picture there with that lovely married couple there. So
this wellness.
Yeah, this wellness here. Put this on screen. Folks, if you like it, the show, just hit the like button for us. We'd appreciate it, right? So it says, I married my first husband for money and my second husband for love. And I did it backward, but hey, there wasn't a lot of affection, which I was fine with since I wasn't very attracted to him. Anyway, I met my second husband, had an affair with him, and divorced my first husband. Was able to get more than enough to keep up my lifestyle. So you did do it right then. Okay, gotcha. My second husband eloped. I was so happy. Then 2 months later, he disappeared, but not before emptying our bank accounts. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, his second husband, Elo, I was so happy that 2 months later he disappeared. Like, just make good decisions, man. At the end of the day, just make good decisions. I understand sometimes you get married. You sometimes you marry someone, and in most cases, people lose interest. People think they fall into a routine. They fall out of love. Some people like this woman here marry for money, and end things because they're looking for love. Regardless, you gotta be very, very careful, very, very careful with who sweeps you off your feet. You have to be careful with who you want to sweep off their feet. If you find a woman or you find a man, you find a partner, and in 2 toes, you looking to get up on one knee and propose marriage after a month, 2 months, or whatever, right? You don't know this person from a can of paint. You don't know where this person come from or whatever. You really don't know this person, right? And you elope with this person, and then they come up and end up doing you dirty. You ultimately you got that L is yours. That is your mistake because you have to discern. You have to do better. Because how the man get access to your bank accounts? That means you would have had to have your bank accounts, put his name on the bank accounts, and then have a joint account with your husband, with your second husband. The man ain't get just up and, you know what I mean? Unless the man went nefarious. Regardless of how the man get the money and empty the bank accounts, you're bad.
You had access to them.
You should not have, hey, love is love, right? We talk about this all the time. There is not a proponent of this love thing. Me, I am not so cynical, but the point remains is that as much as there is love, you still have to make sure that you have your head on at all times because you do not want to leave yourself, you were cunning enough, and I'm going to use the word cunning enough to marry your first husband for money, meaning that through your efforts, you secure the bag. And you went and give it the bag to another man.
Getting it, my brother. Getting it.
So now, two people, you and your ex-husband, Brett. I told one of looking, point him off, fingers at the one other, and my man off somewhere else, living the lifestyle. So
City
boys. So you gotta be a bit discerning, man, because love is love, and I'm a proponent of love. But don't lose your senses in the process, please.
Man, Kevin, I see Kevin here hitting all the brake pads. Yo, Wiley, can't put that up on screen.
No.
Here's the thing about this particular one. It is so funny because you got two things at play. Normally, we may get married or it's kind of like an error in judgment, and then the second time around they want all this laundry list of things from the second husband, right? They may have a child early or whatever, being a single mother, and then you see them calling in the Kendra G. You gotta be making $500,000 a year or that kind of thing, right? Cool. In this instance, girlfriend got married for security. I'm not going to say money. I'm going to say security, right? And it worked out. She met her second husband, had an affair, and then decided that she wanted to divorce her husband and secure the bike. This is something that my guy O'Shea is talking about, right? Now, you get married, the woman is taking your money and your resources and spend on another man. This is what you call divorce porn, right? This is divorce porn. Yeah, because
what?
It's divorce porn. It makes Giselle going through this very situation. Tia Mowry, this divorce porn. You divorce your husband just before you get 40 or whatever, or just around 40 when you think you're still hot enough to get, the man that you really wanted, which is what this chick did. Right? She divorced her husband to go with the man that she really wanted. Sure, the sex was great and all that. And when she said she was able to get more than enough money to keep up her lifestyle. Right? So she took the first husband's resources to spend. And this is why men are afraid of getting married, ladies. For those of you who are under the sound of my voice and having to listen and wondering what I mean about divorce porn, this is why men are afraid to get married. Because, as Chris Rock famously said, if you make 30 million, if you want 15, you ain't a big deal, you ain't starving. But when you're making 30,000, if you want 10, that's a problem.
You skin right out.
You skin right out. So that's why men are choosing to protect their assets and investments, that kind of thing. She's taken his resources, his money, and gone to her second husband, who has just vanished. And he didn't just vanish with the two long hands of the law. He vanished with her money. And you can't call it thievery because clearly he had access to the account. And if he got access to the account, it's his money as well. So you married for love the second time around. But guess what? Your second husband did not marry for love. Gifts and prizes. That's why he married. Hey, let me press forward because this next one was circulated.
Right, hold on,
he even had a video which we cannot show, folks. It's a little graphic. This was savage.
This is the one with the pasta?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, you on screen.
Yeah, catching your heavily pregnant wife receiving back shots from her pastor on your matrimonial bed is a different kind of pain you can't heal from. yeah, there's a video of that. Folks, we cannot show you that video. Good night to you, Rihanna. Good to see you in the place.
Good night, Rihanna. Show you out. It's Dr. Carey birthday. Give her a happy birthday.
For sure. Big up Dr. Carey, man.
Mhm.
You should have Dr. Carey on this stream, but I guess she may be,
No. She's. I don't want to say honeymoon but
yeah,
so
sorting out tonight. So
yeah. The young whippersnapper did
a lot of slanging.
He's slanging a lot of wood there, so wherever it is.
A lot of slanging going on. So yeah, it is a video to that we can't share it. The guy was heartbroken, and the man said his heavily pregnant wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
no, you got it. And this is why, to kind of digress just a little bit, men are concerned with, body count and stuff like that, because you walk in and see another man behind your, as you man said here, heavily pregnant wife. Was your first instinct, hey, maybe this bun in the oven is not mine?
Yeah, maybe just maybe it's ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah. Anyhow, give me next one, you. Because
the next one is
brace yourself, folks.
Yeah. All right, let me get it.
Yeah. When I breastfed my son, I used to masturbate at the same time. The way he sucked my nipples gave me the best orgasms.
Nope. Zero. Nope. Not Neil Hoyt. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I won't even say who sent me that one.
Nope.
But yeah, these are some of the things that, somebody wrote this. At least the name was redacted to protect the innocent, guilty, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, somebody felt, you know what? Let me put this brain fart in 140 characters and put it on Twitter.
I can't process that, brother. I want to see. I at least want to have an opportunity to see God's face at some point. I do not want to. No. No, sir. That is. Whew.
I can't say who sent me that one. Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, want out nobody.
I want out nobody. Not for that one. That one was.
That is too.
So give me the next one here, Neil. Give me the next one here.
All right, let me get your man here on screen here, so.
Yeah.
Yep, you're on screen here.
Lottery winner keeps $30 million jackpot secret from wife and child. And just so we're clear, the character in yellow is the guy that won the lottery, not the other.
This ain't a mascot or saying. This is
Oriental guy.
Yeah.
Right? And this is from Bloomberg Business, and it reads: a man in southern China is keeping his 219 million yuan. Well, yuan.
Yeah.
29.9 million lottery jackpot a secret from his wife and child, saying he's worried that the winnings might make them lazy.
That's unique.
Yeah. An official photo showed the man identified as Mr. Lee wearing a bright yellow costume that covered his face to claim his prize at the lottery office in Nanning, Guangxi. I didn't tell my wife and child for fear that they would be too complacent and would not work hard in the future, he told the local newspaper. So let's hear what some of the people in the comment section had to say, because an article like this was submitted by my guy Stephen Wu. Shout out Stephen Wu on this particular one. And this person says, what an effing child, man. Sorry, man-child. Let me find out my husband wins the lottery and keeps it from me so I can continue working and living my life to make other people rich. Let me find out our child could have had the best edge of education and life experiences to develop to his fullest potential as a human being. And his dad is saying working and slaving away will build better character than that. This just boiled my blood. But immediately now we see why our guy, Mr. Lee, decided, you know what? Let me keep this. I know people kind of people roast Mr. Lee for this, right? Yeah. But I kind of get it. Jackie Chan, them people, their real is a little different. Jackie Chan has said he's leaving none of his money to his son.
He did say that.
None.
Mm-hmm.
Go work, get what you want for you. Man, they leaving about ESA. This next person says, that's messed up. A real man should want to share his good news with his family. They can still work to keep busy. They won't. You can't know that Mr. Lee family better than you. Yeah? They can still work to keep busy. He can give them positions in a company he builds so they are financially looked after if he didn't want to just give them money. But we all know how that is going to work, Neil. Yeah, somebody says the worst husband ever. What's the problem to start working and enjoy life? Yeah, because money got to turn.
Ain't
You
got
can't
spend.
just it ain't got to spend all the time. Money got to turn, and this is what we doing yet, right? Somebody says it's not his choice to make alone. What? It's not. I thought Mr. Lee made this ticket with himself. That's why he married her. Okay, fair point. It's better he tells his wife, but not the son. The son has no right to know what the wife does. Somebody else says, bullish. Remember, Shana would say bull jive. This is completely inhuman. How can you be struggling?
Human.
Yeah. No. You see how shaming languages work?
Wow.
No, my man ain't saying nothing about abusing these people, you know. You're just gonna work. All my man do is work. Just work. Right? But as a human, how can you be struggling with your family with peanut? Like, who says that they have peanut? Like, folks, as you read stuff, don't strictly go to the extremes. Nobody said anything about peanut like wages. Shoot, they didn't even say they were struggling. The man just want your family to work. And we all know work builds character.
We could assume that they're a working class family. You could assume that they're probably, they may be middle class, maybe upper middle class. Point remains is that. Anyhow, you go ahead because I got a couple points to make.
Yeah, my 8 points. I reading all that. 8 points.
Right. So, in my opinion, right, first things first, I would say it's kind of weird. Like for me, if I want money and that was a concern of mine, there are ways that you can confront the situation. For example, I would tell my wife and child, and I would tell them in no uncertain terms that this is how the money is going to be. Because you could do things like set up a trust for your children. You could ensure, like, you could divvy up your money in a way. You could hire somebody to help give you financial advice, to tell you how to distribute the money and how to ensure that people still live, but also understands the value of money. For example, I do agree with the point of starting a business and having your child work in a business. I personally would set up a trust for my son, right? And still maintain that my son does something. Like you as a father, you instill the values in your child, right? You want your son or daughter to have an understanding and a sense of work ethic and a dedication to something. Then you set that parameter, right? Don't just not tell them because you fear that they can, spending money and not work. And the second thing is, I find that a lot of these people are speaking are Westerners. None of these people understand how those people over there live, right? Though they have a different set of, like, entitlement is something that older Chinese people don't really get done with, and you can't really get for him for making that decision. I will say this: at the end of the day, it is his family. At the end of the day, he has to make a decision, good, bad, or indifferent. To come and use language that he's the worst husband ever and that he is inhumane and he is selfish, that's a no. I to me, I say don't plan the journey in another man's shoes. You know what I mean? You never walk it. You don't know what it's like. Me personally, I will handle it different. If I want money, I would say to my son, at some point, when you come of age, you'll be. I might not even tell him because right now he's too young to even understand the true concept of money and to that extreme and wealth. So what I would tell him, I would try to continue to show him where ethic, dedication to whatever he loves, or even just to earn a wage and feel good about himself, that he can provide for himself and take care for himself. I would show him ways to make money and turn money. Right? Now, if you don't have that training and understanding, you can find someone to do it. But the point remains is that if you instill certain things in your children on how to turn over money, on how to keep money and retain money and not go broke, then that is that. Shoot, my mom could get each child and say, look, right now that's $5 million, right? After that, whatever you do after that is at you. So if you come back to me after $5 million, you talk, Daddy, I want some more money, I cannot help you. I don't see why it gotta be the man's the worst father ever, and that the man is inhuman. Inhuman. Money is human. Money. How we get inhuman? You get all like the children living in squalor, and he continuing to live in squalor with them with $30 million in bank. No. I assure you that man is at least providing for his family to a point where they're not living in squalor. So let a man do what he gotta do with his family. Good, bad, and indifferent. And I find it funny because half of these people, if they had their children and they were to decide to do certain things with their children, for example, if the child comes today and say, "Mommy, I want to be a girl," when they're a boy, or "Mommy, I'm a boy, but I want to be a girl," when they want to transition their children that ain't even 10 yet, then it is, okay, you can't tell me how to raise my child. So then how we could have these double standards on how to raise children. At the end of the day, I believe that a parent should raise their children how they should, once they're not harming the children, once they're not causing mental, physical damage to the children or damage to the child that'd be very hard to undo. I think that they should be allowed to do what they should. For all we know, money, the love of money is the root of all evil. And it sounds like he's afraid that the children and the wife may have a love of money and, go kind of awry in the whole thing in a society that is very work oriented, that is very oriented to discipline. So my man ain't wanting them to lose discipline. My man decided to keep it a secret. I don't know how you keep $30 million a secret from your family. I don't know. I personally couldn't do it. But hey, man, at the end of the day, let the man live. At the end of the day, if 10 years from now, 5 years from now, we see that the man truly treat children like crap and they ain't eating and, they ain't got good clothes and are malnourished and all sorts of things. Now, that's a different story. But right now, let the man do what he got to do to do what he got to do in a culture that you probably don't understand. So.
Yeah, man. As you said, let the man deal with the family. I am as confident he's not going to let them suffer as few people are trying to suggest. But anyway, let's press on. We are moving into folks. It is 2 minutes past the hour of 9 in Barbados and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. You are watching the Senate podcast. Give us a like. That is the cost of admission for tonight's show. And we got 2 videos. I want to show them one behind the other. The first video, which is 1:54. Neil, if you can see it.
I got one video loaded up here. Let me see if this is it. You go ahead. Plug the thing. Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm.
Right. That first video, normally it'd be enough to stand on its own, but the second video is critical to the first. So let's watch the first video and come back. Right?
Hey y'all, so I came to tell y'all story time of what happened Friday at work. So y'all know I work at a school in the front office. So y'all, right before dismissal, we had a dad came in and wanted to check out his child. Okay, that's normal. Okay, so we was like, okay, hold on a second, because the secretary wasn't right up there. She'll be here in a minute. Then another dad walks in. He wants to check out his child as well. Okay, give us a minute. So she came back. She got his the child's name. Told her the child name. Okay, she pulled it up, print out the slip, went ahead and asked the other dad his child name so he can pull out the slip. So she can print out the slip to call that child up, at the same time, just call everybody up. Got the child's name, and it was the same child's name, right? She was like, we got 2 kids in the school? Well, okay, let me pull it up. So she was like, this is the same child he just checked out. And so they both look at each other, and dad was like, why are you checking my child out? Who are you? And he was like, who are you? What you mean? I'm her dad. And so me and the secretary looked at each other. I was like, I'll be back. Let me go get the principal right now. Because, at this point, we need the principal. We need somebody to call the school officer. What is really going on here? So the principal comes to the front, and she was like, what's going on? Well, I'm here to check out my daughter. I'm here to check out my daughter, too. I don't even know who he is. And he's saying he here to check out my daughter. And so the principal's like, okay, let me get mom on the phone to come up here to, to see what's going on. So, I gets the card for the principal to go ahead and call mom up, right? To see what's really going on. Okay, so now that we all know that this was a fictional story time.
You don't want the other video yet?
Yeah, give me it. Because this is important.
The fact that I had at least 20 women or more in the comments of this viral video saying, this happened to me. I had 2 daddies that still to this day don't know about each other. Yeah. Over 20, it's 20 or more women in my comments now. One person said their dad found out when she was 14, she told. One lady is 30 and she still says her dads don't know about each other. Somebody in the comments says their child now, they tell them to call the other dad. No, that's his name. No. So it doesn't make sense when the child is trying to explain what's to the other dad what's going on. This is crazy. So if it's gotten this bad, guys, I advise y'all to get a DNA test. Okay? Well, I don't want to say it gotten this bad because, like I said, it's some women in the comments over 30, that says their dads still don't know to this day. It always been this way. I guess we just hearing more about it these days. But my story was made up. But to say I made my story up I watch a lot of paternity court. I love Judge Lauren Lake. So I watch a lot of paternity court. So some stuff from that, just watching that, and all of it's grown women that go on there still looking for their dads. Matter of fact, that's mostly all that's on there. Older women still looking for their dads, and they've been thinking two different men all this time.
Yeah. So my take on this is that, that is wild that situation played out how it played out, but is of course not beyond the realm of possibility. Of course, I don't believe this woman is telling lies, but then again, we know several situations of. I was trying to find it. I know there's a short we did. I can't remember if we published it yet or if it's one that I got in the chamber, but it talks to this sort of situation here. And there are a lot of. First things first, it is very, 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 very rare for two men to be the father of your child. It is extremely rare. It's not impossible. It's very rare. Right? So, and for that to happen, it got to be a literal back-to-back situation. Right? It got to be, like one hot, then two hot.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I with you here now in terms of we was talking. Gotcha.
Right.
I don't think that.
Yeah, we ain't launched that one yet. But the point remains, it is not impossible, but it's very, very rare. Now, for a child to have two fathers, it would mean that somebody is not the father. Simple. Somebody is not the father.
Somebody failed the DNA test.
Right. And it is a sad reality in some places of the world. Like, shoot, in Jamaica, they were trying to pass a bill where every child born would be subject to a DNA test simply because the amount of women that are claiming fathers are the fathers when they really are not the fathers, and the whole paternity thing and paying child support and all sorts of things, like, it
was leading to domestic situations
violence,
in Jamaica.
Yeah. So they believed that the best thing to do would be to and before people, because they know, speaking on that real quick, because I know people can say, oh, that in Jamaica, how about teaching men not to harm women? Sure, I agree, right? I agree. Let us teach men to not harm women or anybody. However, consider that a man that has dutifully paid for all of his children to go to school, clothed, fed them, dealt with your contentious behind for many, many years, you paying child support, woman that had one situation where a woman come to the man job, then got 4 children. Woman coming to the man job, harassing, embarrassing the man for child support, this and that, the next third, carrying on, in and out of court, making his life miserable. Come to hear the show, none of the children are his. Obviously, he went on to do something that is very reprehensible, that he should have never done and nobody should ever do. But the point remains is that when you have a bill that has to be passed, that is being suggested and considered, like having standardized paternity tests, DNA tests, maybe the issue ain't only that men harming women. Maybe how about teaching women to either A, have one man, or B, be honest and upright and deal with accountability from early. And I don't know, man. I just saying, I know things happen. Hey, we're all adults. Sometimes you just find yourself in a mess and you just end up pregnant for somebody that ain't your man. But then you face that music. You don't be 18 years later and several children later and several indiscretions later to come now and talk about how one or and the children. No, because there's years, as I have said in different spaces, Can you imagine? Derek and myself, we are fathers. We each have one child. Can you imagine? Derek has had with my son. My son has had some health scares. He's had to stay in the hospital. My son has been sick to the point of crying. My son has bled in my arms, blood everywhere, and they thinking he lost an eye. There have been several things, even the positive, even my son doing well at school, even my son saying his first words, having his first steps. All of these milestones that you would go through with your child. Shoot, and he's only 6. So already, if I was to find a child, I might go off. I might literally get to take a long swim and never come back. Because that is you have to look at all of the emotions, the roller coaster of emotions that you and your child have gone through, positive and negative, and then say, but hold on, none of it ain't got nothing to do with me. It was all a lie. You understand what I mean? So it's very hard to process. It is very, very hard to process. And I think that the reason why some women would want to say, oh, but there's no reason for you to self-delete yourself or to delete the body. The thing with women, when they have a child in adult, who it belong to? It belong to you. You don't birth a child and it don't belong to you. So, in my opinion,
mama's babies, papa's maybes.
Exactly. So, as much as men got some work to do in terms of how to deal with negative things like that, emotional things like that, women need to kind of be honest. Just be honest and say, my bad, I got caught up, I'm pregnant, the child is not yours. That happened to a friend of ours there. Man, find out early out he juggling. The woman confront the man and say, here, tune.
Yeah.
I pregnant, and the man was there calculating how he can quit school and go and work and thing. And the woman said, but it ain't yours.
Yes.
And my man done. But I commend that woman because she ain't string along my man for diapers and years of support and child support. And the man believe he got a child walking about the earth and he concerned about this child. And the child ain't got nothing to do with he. You know what I mean? So I say all of that to say that, you know, we don't bring these stories to show you that women ain't the good. Far from it. We are showing you that everybody has the propensity to do wild shit. And as much as men got a lot of work to do, women have a lot of work to do. So instead of directing energy at hating men and believing men are the most reprehensible creatures on the planet, how about we all work together to deal with our individual communities and try to tidy our own yard, your own bedroom?
Yeah. What I found interesting is that let's see, it's on Ruben in the house. Good to see you, Ruben.
Ruben Simmons, what's going on, my brother?
Yeah, saw Ruben a couple of days ago, only in passing. So good to see you again, brother.
Shout out, Ruben.
Yeah, it is. I think it's some part of. I think it's Australia. It's like 40% they found the children born were, is a case of paternity fraud. And this lady, she says that she watches a lot of paternity court, and as you know, Neil, so do I.
Yeah, I do it to myself.
And it's always interesting to see the dynamic play out where there's always the guy the woman wanted and then the guy who's steady. And invariably, the guy who's steady is the guy that is get the baby put money. He's get the jacket. And more often than not, the lady knows full well who the other man is. 99% of the time, that man ain't want nothing to do with the children. So you hold on to the guy that you do know would take care of you, would take care of each other and stuff like that. What I will say though is that I think we got kind of lost in two things. One, this is something that's been happening forever. She said there are people in her comment section that 30 years old and stuff like that, still trying to figure out who the parents are and all that. So this ain't that no happening. This is something that's been happening forever and a day. But look at what people will do for clout, folks. Girlfriend went and make up a whole story straight out of paternity court, put it on the TikTok just for forward and likes and clicks. Okay. They had to come and say, but yeah, this didn't really happen. You know what I mean? These are the things that people will do in an attempt for some kind of 15 minutes of fame. But anyway, let's press on.
No, this next one here, I think we did this one already. I really do think if this is the one with the Mile High Club.
Yes, we did. We did
that already. So that's what I started downloading, and I say like, I think we did that already because I think we did that in the last session. So I know I got to find. You gotta give me a second to put the other one on screen.
Yeah. So what are you doing? That force hit the like button. Yeah, Ruben, 40% is higher than people would like to believe. Yeah. And the UN says in China, government has a database with DNA for all men born after a certain date. No puns possible if you are under 30. Good luck for the men under 30. No puns.
No puns. Let me give me a second. I'm trying to find this video here that I download and I can't seem to find it. Is it this one? Yes, it is.
The 12-second video. Let me read this story first, and then we can get the video.
Yeah.
All right, this one is not as entertaining as the other ones, but this one says, man 20 fatally shot, run over after intervening in dispute between woman and her boyfriend.
Oh no, I thought, sorry, I thought it was a video, a 12-second video. All right, you can read that one. You can read that one. Go ahead. You can read it. Yeah.
A 20-year-old man was fatally shot and run over while trying to help a woman resolve a situation with her boyfriend, according to Houston police. Andres Eulelio Rodriguez, 21, took his girlfriend's vehicle following an argument the two had on Saturday, police said. Later on, around 6:35 p.m., the girlfriend and her 20-year-old found her vehicle at a gas station in the 200 block of Parker Road. At some point, the two men began to argue. That is when, according to police, Rodriguez pulled out again and shot the victim multiple times, then struck him with a silver sedan. The victim was transported to Ben Taub Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. His identity is pending verification by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Sciences. The relationship between the victim and Rodriguez's girlfriend was not known. On Friday, November 4th, Rodriguez's attorney contacted detectives and brought him to homicide. After speaking with investigators, Rodriguez was arrested and charged with murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah. Here's my thing, right? That's what I would say. I would say, unfortunately, it is in our nature as men to handle situations. You know what I mean? Like, is if we see something playing out or whatever, we's go going, we's go going protect, we's go going deal with or whatever. But there are sometimes you just go see and not see and leave alone in these times. You know what I mean? In these times, right? Like, because there's another situation like this where a man at a gas station was shot too. It was saying
something. Convenience store or something like that.
Right, good. So, like, I understand you see a situation playing out and you say, look, I gotta go and protect this woman, even though I don't know nobody in the situation or whatever. But in these times, you do not know these people. And these people could got anything on them. You don't know what the fight is about. You don't know where that man's head is at. Right? And as much as you want to provide and protect you, sometimes the best thing to do is to see, observe, and call the police. You see something, you feel somebody's in danger, take information, take the man's car license, or give a description of the woman and the man, and try to get the police to the location as soon as possible, remain in the location if they leave, and then point the police in the right direction. But for you to personally go and intervene,
it's ain't called to you.
It ain't, and I remember, you see, once upon a time, right? Once upon a time, I remember, he used to come in the chat. No, I can't remember his name. His name Troy. Can't remember his name. No, used to play basketball with us, right?
Yeah.
Older fella, right? But one time I remember was at a bus stop, and he stopped two young boys from fighting, right? They were fighting at the bus stop. Right? He saw two fellas fighting, and he stopped them, and I thought that was very commendable, right? Because he didn't know the two young men. He saw the two young men in school uniform fighting. He went apart the fight. He put on his bike, rolled out with one of them, and stopped the fight, telling young men to behave. That's an admirable thing to do. That was about 20 years ago. I don't think nobody should be doing that these times, because these young children, we saw in the newspaper a couple years ago the amount of weapons that was found at one secondary school, and that man got a bunch of knives. These men got ice picks. They got all types of things. So as much as you try to be a good Samaritan and try to save someone in danger, you may be doing that at your own peril. And I know you don't want people to be harmed, but sorry, in these times, you can go call police. Call police, get them to the location really quickly, say that somebody's life is in danger, have them come there, and then if they leave, remain there so you can give the police a description and a report of what you saw. Do not intervene, because you do not know where you're going to hold. Shoot, in that same incident with the convenience store shooting, a man was beating his woman in a car. And a good Samaritan went to stop the man. The man pulled out a gun and shot the man and drove off.
With her.
And he and the woman remained together.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you can go out and give away your life protecting someone that probably don't want saving. You do not know the situation. You just see him blows sharing and you looking to protect. You have no idea what's going on there. So it's best for you to call the relevant authorities to deal with that situation. I'm just saying, police trained to deal with bullets more than you. That's all they saying about that.
Not even them dealing with that.
Yeah, but they got bulletproof vests on the light. What you got?
I'll say this, right? I was watching a clip from Fresh and Fit. They had Andrew Tate on. He was making the point of the platonic friend, how it is of no benefit for a man to have a woman as a friend. And not that you don't like women, not that you don't talk to women, that kind of thing. But when you are out with a woman who is just a friend, and something jump off, you are still expected to step in to boyfriend role. You are still expected to step in to provide, protect, that kind of things. For example, somebody come along and harass the woman, you are expected to step in, right? And we talk about that here on this show. The young man who at 16 years old carries out his first girlfriend on a date. Anything jump off, that young man is expected to step in and protect and provide. I had a movie years ago by Jet Li, named Hero. You never forget. And when I watched that movie, Olympus, when I was doing that, we were most upset at the end. Well,
yes,
Jet Li did not make it.
No, he didn't.
Right? The hero does not make it. What Tina Turner tell you? We don't need another hero. So please bonging in. Run the 12-second video there, Neil. Run the 12-second video there.
All right. Oh, no, I didn't mean to run it again. Sorry. But yes, yes.
Yeah. Protect yours, men. Protect
yours. It is your woman. That's different.
Yeah, that's a different story. But don't play bonging in, because guess what? She was out with her boyfriend. Them getting a situation, and she went for we my Andreas. Now guess what? Andreas, we know of Andreas in the friend zone. And he was only too happy to put on his cape and come out.
Gotta save.
I know what. See, Jerron here saying earlier this year he broke up a fight at karaoke and one of the guys had a knife I didn't even see. So I could have got stabbed quite easily. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I know that instinct is kicking. You want to see this Rodney King, can we all just get along thing? It's kicking. But sometimes you gotta say, no, what?
It's a Rodney King.
Yeah, this Rodney King thing, right? You know, years ago, I had a discussion with an older gentleman, and the man said to me, you know, a lot of times when we see situations unfolding, we should really ask ourselves, what is my role here? And a lot of times when you ask yourself, what is my role here? It clicks to you, but yeah, you ain't really got no purpose here, you know. If our young man here, Andrea, said, ask himself, what is my role here? She and she man fighting. Her man, take up her car. What is my role here? Ain't you car? It ain't you woman. You ain't got no role here. He be alive today. Put it to you.
He merely guest starring in this movie. He ain't even a regular. He a reoccurring. He just guest starring.
I guess when Neil May is a guest star, what's happening to people the guest stars in the horror movie?
Shoot, Star Trek, any of them. Kill off
first.
Yep. Look at your man in your man Steven Seagal in Executive Decision. We hear him make it past 10 minutes. He barely make it past the credits.
He got along through the edits early.
Yep.
Yeah. Fellas, do not run to jump. A lot of women out there. Had a woman I think it was in Detroit. We talked about this too, Neil. She had her and my getting an argument. She went and called she two brothers. She went and called she two brothers to come and defend her on the man clap 2 shots in both of them.
Man started both of them. No, she missing 2 brothers.
Yeah. And he probably ain't gonna spend a day because guess what? They're coming at he.
And if he could, if he could provide enough evidence, or his defense could provide enough evidence that he acted in self-defense, Man, gonna do it there.
Them ain't get a day. Anyhow, Neil, let's press on because we got 26 minutes past. You have 9
Got some
minutes.
videos, man. Some
We
videos. I love
got
videos.
some videos to get into. So let's hear from this first one with this young lady. This is from Cocktails with Cocktails. So let's hear this one.
First things first, let us admire this name. Cocktails with Cocktails. This is marketing genius. It is a very reprehensible name, but I love it. I love it. Anyhow.
It's Cocktails.
Cocktails with Cocktails. Can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah.
Anyhow, let's get into it.
I've had 2 threesomes with 2 men. One was planned, one was not.
Ooh.
And like you said, even in that situation, like in my mind, I was like, I'm about to slut these niggas out. I'm about to slut.
Can you
these
tell
niggas
them
out.
though how like you realized that you was about to get an
Oh, because I straight up asked. Okay, so I went out on a date
Niggas taking
with
the
one
shirt
guy.
off.
I went on a date with one guy. We ended up going back to his hotel room. He's like, oh yeah, my homeboy is about to meet us at the room because he got to catch a flight in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So we walk up to the hotel. I'm like, oh, I know him. I used to buy weed from him. Like, okay, cool. So we go upstairs. They start drinking. Nigga that I went on a date with started taking his clothes off. I'm like, y'all both trying to fuck me? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, y'all got the right bitch today. Okay.
All right, so who was leading the threesome?
Me.
That's the thing. Somebody's got to be a leader.
Me.
Somebody's got to lead it.
So
if
like,
not, it's too much.
Any, many, money, mo for that. Like, how do you decide?
It depends. If you have like
energy?
yeah, it depends on the energy, or if it's like somebody's birthday or something.
It depends on the energy, or if it's rock, paper, scissors. What are we talking about? They got paper, he lost. So Derek gets to go first.
Sexual liberation, Neil. This is what it is. That fempowerment. This is what it is, Neil. She said she is going to slut out those dudes.
I hope she had a good time. I hope her putting out in it. I hope this ain't one of these women are balling over 40,000 how and they wish they had a man and they shouldn't have been judged for their body count. I just say, ain't everything's to put pain in that hair. Anyhow.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, wait, so both of y'all trying to like get with me? And the man's like, yeah. She's like, oh, okay, you got the right money. I am here for it. So it was last week, Neil, we did a live stream. Last week, you did a live stream, and I said to you, yes, because it was a TMO stream. And I said to you, fellas, sometimes, no, I didn't say, I said to you, ladies, let your man know what you want. Because no, imagine you pick up with this lady, and you tell yourself, yeah, this is my wife. Pure and virginal, chaste, pure as driven snow.
Mm-hmm.
And you catch you home, you want to make sweet love to her, you make it laugh.
Love.
With the LAHVE, laugh. You make it sweet love. You got the rose petals spread down. The candles burning, like the pastor man I had in my wife. That was another story. She had these petals spread down. I think the wine, the cheap wine there, so and you got everything spread down with it. But you don't know what she girlfriend. She don't want that, so this laugh making thing that you bought. She ain't about that.
Mm.
But my ankles on your ears.
She
Let
wanted
me go.
rough B. Yep.
For real. Yeah. You don't want the CMB choke on. Anyhow. Yeah, choke and straw, man. Choke and straw, the choke and, rise with full. Give me the next video, Neil. Give me the next video. Give me the next video.
Ran. Yes, I like gangbangs. I like being manhandled by several different men at once. If you want to call it being ran, you call whatever the fuck you want. I'm sexually liberated. And I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body.
Right.
I deserve to be worshipped. Like, why not? I deserve that attention.
I want to play this again because some people may have missed it. Start quick, right? Let me start again.
I like being ran.
Ready to
yes,
get?
I like gangbangs. I like being manhandled by several different men at once. If you want to call it being ran, you call whatever the fuck you want. I'm sexually liberated. And I'm a goddess, and I deserve to have hands all over my body.
Right.
I deserve to be worshipped. Like, why not? I deserve that attention.
All right.
I truly love this space. I love the fact that you have brought me on this journey with you to put a magnifying glass on certain things that are said and done in life. You know, you are a goddess.
She deserves to be worshipped.
You are set. What she said, she's sexually what? What she said, sexually liberated. Something.
Yeah,
What she said. The point is, she was a lot worse. She don't get. She thought she like.
Oh, get run.
You want to get run through. Come and ride the train. She loves being run through. She loves gangbang. She loves threesomes. She like all that, right? She want to be slutted out.
Yeah.
But is a goddess. No.
The two don't go together. Oh,
I like the
love
fact. The thing about it is, if you like what you like, you like what you like. But don't put in things like, oh, I am a goddess or I deserve to be this. I am sexually liberated and empowered. And you try to put in this word salad because you feel as if you can get judged. Right? Because you saying that you're a goddess, but you like getting ran through. Unless you use Aphrodite.
Yeah, nobody are running through a goddess.
Nobody running through it don't work like that. Like
the two of those do not go together.
You know what I mean? So to me, you could use all the language you want to make yourself feel as if you are divine, as if you are, you know, you're bolstering
a deity.
Yes, and you're bolstering your sexual market value, or you're trying to defend your sexual liberation. If you like gangbangs and you get it gang round through, hey, that's what you like.
Choo choo.
Shoot, you ain't gonna go a shortage of man. You ain't a bad looking woman from YC there. And if you go to men and say, yeah, I try to get round through, no man, but shoot, we had this shit.
Take that up.
Shoot, you could just park in front of you could park in front of an eatery out in the southern part of the country. I almost slipped up. I almost had to give you non-existent legal department somewhere. But you could park out in front of a local eatery here and just get round through.
Solicit some population.
But trust me, if you try to say that you're a goddess and you're sexually empowered and liberated for doing, let's be frank, hoish things, people can just say that you're a divine. Oh, you know what to tell you?
Show them my soul, man. Show them so. Oh, it sure is.
Yeah, I just like, ladies, do not. I just want women to understand. If you do certain things, you will be judged. We do not live in a utopia. We do not live in a perfect space or reality where you can do what you want and people will not judge you. You will be judged. I am sorry to say it is God only could judge you, but we are all sinners and we all do things. So at the end of the day, if you want to live the life out in the streets and somebody see you in the uniform, if somebody see you with a stop sign, letting children cross in the middle of the street, you in the street. Don't come and make it seem like you ain't in the street. You are in the street. Just say, look, I am a crossing guard and I like being in the streets. But don't come and say don't make yourself sound like you're a bank manager or you're a CEO of a company or you're a divine entity. And really and truly, you just want to be in the streets. Be in the streets. That's fine. But take what comes with it. Thanks, Jason. I almost slipped up. But yes, do what I tell you. Say what you want, but own it. If you own it, you own all of it.
Yeah, it's funny because, you know, there's this, as we call it, the word salad. Mm-hmm. Now, the caption says she likes getting around through gangbang, being manhandled, and this is what she said. Several different men. She wants hands all over her. Why? Because she's a goddess and she deserves to be worshipped. I don't get it. I don't get it. And we seem to be so comfortable saying these kinds of things. And shoot, we changing the narrative of everything. So when they're ready to leave my marriage, I can just graduate from my husband.
But here's the thing, real quick.
No.
Yeah, but real quick on this point, you won't come and talk with because I know how this is gonna go, right? She's a goddess and she like being around through and this and that and that. But eventually she gonna find a man that she wants to worship her and her alone, and she wants to be in a monogamous relationship with and have that exchange of energies with. And that man may come across this video and say, nah, this is too big for me. And then you can be like, but I'm a goddess. You should worship me. What does my body count matter? You are on wax. Yeah. You literally on record saying you like being a train conductor. You like running the train.
And that's the thing, Neil. Why are we putting everything,
Just
as you say, Neil, on wax?
I just
And
don't get it.
this made it to the spiritual word. Spiritual word. Somebody do a quick search there. Tell me how much followers spiritual word got on Instagram.
That is no problem.
Hundreds of thousands for sure, if not millions. Yeah. So
Spiritual word or IG.
When you come and you put this up, and people see it.
Brother man, you said hundreds of thousands? Try
Yeah.
2.5 million.
Well, all right then. Right. So when you put this up and it makes it the spiritual word, and all these people see it. I know you fast forward 15 years and you all look. Fast forward 15 years and you out here. Can't find nobody to take out you and, be the god to your goddess. Are you wondering why you vex? Yeah, if you can do ignorance, don't put it out for public consumption. Like these chicks that we coming to next. Give me the next video there, Sonia.
I hear a bit of this here, so this one, hold on to your hearts, people.
The moment he's sticking in your butt, you're like, fuck, this is real. Like, this is the present moment. This is the challenge that I have to survive. Like, you're so in the moment.
That's such an interesting take, because vaginal sex, you really can just think about whatever the
you can think about. So many girls are not like in the present moment
at all. Do I sound hot? Like, do I look hot? Blah blah.
Exactly.
Anal, you're right. It's
And
like,
then
how am I gonna like survive this one?
Literally.
It's
And then
true.
after anal, you've one, are proud of yourself. Two, you've been relaxing your body for however long it was. It was probably 2 minutes because it's so tight that like he comes immediately. But the rest of the day, I have no anxiety, no aches and pains. I feel like a puppy, like following him around with googly eyes, like, Daddy, I love you. And like, just no worries in the world.
Why? Because you went through something so intense
I think
that the
it's
rest
so
of the day is a
intense.
breeze.
Yeah, I feel like it's so intense that it gives you this high afterwards. As
Everyone
well as the
get
fact-
your morning anal.
Listen, right? I watched this a couple of weeks ago, right? And I broke down, boss. You try to tell me, right? If we're talking to like the supply war, we've been talking about hot one, this ain't do I sound hot if my body like this? Like, shit, I got something like this, boy. I gotta make it true, boy.
I hear the thing. I love the fact that they're so philosophical about it. Because if you were to just mute that, well, obviously we're going to take off the caption. But if you muted that and watch those two ladies in discussion, right? You would think that they were discussing some kind of world-changing event, Women literally discussing anal sex.
The woman say that after what she did is be a breeze. Because she's supplying that she can supply anything. Listen, yeah, I don't know.
They're clean for that. They're clean for that. Other than, folks, do not put all of your business on wax, as Neil says. Do not put it out in the public. Again, much like this next couple that we are going to talk about now, I'm sure several of you seen this one. This one was circulating as well. So check.
Oh
this
yes, I remember. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like we do this already too, but you doing ready? Let me go. Let me write.
I'm sleeping with whomever I want, and you're just going to sit in the corner and watch.
So you became the master, kind of.
I did. I am.
And Dakota, how does that sit with you?
I like it. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
So what does this look like? I mean, Sarah will bring home men, or tell me what happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'll bring home guys, or we'll go meet guys at like hotel rooms or stuff. But normally she just brings them home.
Yep. I like the comfort of my own home.
These are just random guys you'll meet?
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a black-only preference, so all of them are black, but yes. And I've made them on websites, or I've given my number out to people and random and just invited them over, like a guy through a drive-through. I thought he was cute, so I gave him my number and he showed up that night.
And this happens how often?
I try to do it at least once or twice a week, but work, it's really hard.
You guys are both working?
Yes, we work full time.
Yeah.
But
And
I do it every opportunity I can when I get free time.
twice the past week.
Yeah, twice so far.
And Dakota, you'll sit in the room and watch?
Watch and record and stuff like that.
Really?
Or whatever the guys want me, if they want me to do stuff.
So what is your experience of this? Is it humiliating? Is it tantalizing? Is it exciting? What is it?
It is humiliating, but it's also sexy to watch a guy basically perform better than I can. It's almost like watching porn.
Do you think porn is what kind of led you into this?
Not really.
Being a voyeur? No?
Not really. So I think it went from us doing like threesomes and swinging into us both realizing that it was more fun if I was just watching and she was playing with the guys.
And you'll pick up different guys each time?
Well, I've got my regulars that I like. But yeah, I cycle through guys sometimes. Unless I find a regular that I really, really like, and then I'll play with him quite a bit.
But you're more closely bonded with Dakota than all these other guys, I assume, right?
Oh, yes. Most definitely.
You're not going to leave Dakota for somebody you...
Never. I will laugh at them and tell them, no, sorry. Not going to happen. You're going to take me, and then he's going to be there whether you like it or not.
And you have a sex life that continues with Dakota?
No.
So you guys don't have sex?
No.
Not in the traditional sense.
No, not in the traditional sense at all.
Oh, really? So, in Dakota, do you have sex of any sort with anyone?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Where do you see this progressing? This is an unusual relationship, I would say.
I guess I have become possessive. It's mine. He's mine. I control what he does.
So, Sarah, all the partners you'll bring in, the African-American men, how do they compare to Dakota as a sexual partner?
Want me to answer?
Yeah, you can answer.
They're just a lot bigger than I am, honestly. Like several times bigger.
The black men are much more well endowed than you are.
Yeah, they're much bigger than I am. And it's just an aspect of she seems to have more fun with them. She's louder. She seems to enjoy it more.
I was like, there's a reason I like doing it in my bedroom and not in hotel rooms. Doing it in the comfort of my own home and not in a hotel room where there's walls on either side.
It's interesting because obviously Dakota has evolved to a point where your happiness is more important than his pride.
Yes. A lot of men won't do that, and that's probably half
I would say
the problem.
99.9% of men won't do that.
That's a lot of problems with the world. Men need to be a little bit more humble and listen to their women.
No, I remember watching this some time ago, but I forgot a lot about it, right? And I want to say this, right? I see people in the comments mention that the man is broken. This man's not broken. This man is shattered. This man has been atomized.
Very broken.
This man, there to say he broken would imply that there are pieces to find. This man, and you know, to me, what I remember seeing this, I remember saying, this man here looked like he was snap. He looked like he was snap.
On the verge.
Listen, hear tune, right? Like, ladies and gentlemen, we are not here to tell anybody how and what they should do in the privacy of their bedroom. If that is what they do to have their marriage, get their jollies, whatever, so be it. If that man is cool with not having sex with anybody and cool with watching big, hung black men go to town on his wife, then that is what it is, right? Please, 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 please consider that if this were to be proposed to you by your wife or your husband or anybody, consider seeking marital help. Consider seeking therapy. Not because it's abnormal, but because you got to really search the inner core of you to see if you are with that. I personally would not feel good that my wife is bringing home random men. This is not, she got regulars, dog. She got random men. She see a man a day, get him my phone, and my mom was there saying, like,
that's how.
I guess you may not care about STDs because like you and this woman and when they're sleeping together, so it matters not to you.
Yeah. Don't bother you.
But psychologically, you gotta look at yourself, brother. Like, I see some people talking about he may have a micro penis or whatever. Look, regardless of if this man have a micro penis or don't got none, he got erectile dysfunction, he might be a man that's bred quick, whatever it is, right? You need to seek some type of help and therapy, bruh. Because you gotta be fractured, dog. You have to be so low on self-esteem that you endure your wife getting pummeled by men that you have no idea who these men are in your house. And and the thing is, he said that it is embarrassing, it is humiliating for him. And that's the
Sex
problem.
should not be that way.
Good.
And the thing here is that she said, because the interviewer asked, and she said, yeah, her pleasure is more important than his pride.
That's a problem. Like, to me, if he had said, you know what, I get high off it, you know,
Yeah,
I
that's
see
different.
that day,
Because
my,
they got men,
my bird,
they got men that's respond to that.
yeah, and my bird hard, and you know, that's just how he's get down. Shoot, we've heard stories about this, Derek, where they got some couples just get down with that, like literally get their jollies by watching other men pummel their wife. Cool. That at least both y'all getting some gratification, but you feel humiliated, emasculated, I could assume. You feel degraded. So you got some sort of insecurity or self-loathing going on there that you want, like,
He was asked a question about it, and he had to look to her before he could respond.
Mm-hmm.
To get essentially get permission to respond.
Yeah,
that is a broken man. As you say, a shattered man. Then so fellas, don't put yourself in that kind of situations. As they say, if you're in a position where you like that kind of thing, that's different. But if you're in a situation where you be humiliated, nah, that cannot and will not do. So it's just get out of it as best you can, as fast as you can, run far. And it had to be happening before they get married, but they're married, so no, he in it, stuck in it.
Listen. There is something to be said. Like, sex supposed to be something mutual, positive, endorphins flowing. You know, everybody getting a rocks off, socks off, whatever it is, whatever kink you got. We talk about people that got like gangbangs. We hear a whole myriad of things tonight, right? Shoot, I had one story we skipped that we did already with a man that was self-pleasing himself in the air on a plane. However you like, enjoy yourself, do in the safety and comfort. Don't put yourself or other people in danger. And that means in every mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. Because we had a man that was paying for sex, I think, earlier, right? Sex should be something that you're either doing it for procreation or you're doing it for enjoyment, for pleasure. If you are not deriving pleasure from watching men dagger down your wife, ain't like to see the man say, look, she's bring honey women, he's left. She's bring honey men and he's left. He's watch. That means, one, he may be staying because of protection of her. Two, he may be staying because he needs to feel that humiliation and degradation to kind of justify whatever going on in him or what is being enforced around him. I don't know, man. I think that's saying that at least gonna have a conversation with a professional for the man to say, well, there ain't nothing wrong with you. That what you like. But that sounds like something else is at play there, that you are not having any fun. You don't sound like you're having any fun in that sex dynamic. That sounds like it sounds like you give up. Quite frankly, it sounds like you've given up. Broken. Yeah, he broken. You
bred on like a fraction.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. And fellas, and when I say fellas, I mean black men here. Let me not be so thirsty.
I mean,
man. I'll just leave that where it is. You know, you can draw whatever conclusions you want to draw from that, but let's not be so thirsty, guys. And everything that's presented to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
And everything that presented to you that you think you should bong a jump in, you know what I mean?
There's been a common theme the last few weeks. Thirsty black men.
Yeah. Anyhow, forces 10 minutes of 10 in Barbados to the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. You have been watching the Senate podcast. This has been another fan submission night. It's been, so I told you it was going to be a wild night. It was a wild night. I think we'll do another one of these so I can get some of the stuff out of my phone, you know what I mean?
Artists working for him, but Barbados. Like telling
you.
Really
appreciate Because as we were doing the show, they had some more that came in the same time. So on Thursday, I think we'll do some more of these here. And I find it's a very interesting show. You have so many things to process.
It's like doing shorts life.
Yeah, doing shorts life. So
like doing shorts life.
Sure, maybe Dr. Carey may get a little ease from Zoe, and she'll come through on Thursday.
Let's see Zoe get a little ease, right? And you get the small off you. Again, anyhow, let me behave myself.
Yeah, behave herself. She may come and she will be, want to give. So she just gives some very interesting insight here. He calls by disassociating and has created some level of justification, even though he knows he feels terrible inside. He is totally abused. So
she's
of
on,
course,
boy. You see, she should be here. We should have done this. Yep.
Provide your professional opinion. We truly value that. So
yes.
If you are available, after all the birthday celebrations down in Miami,
but she's not in Miami.
Well, she got flued out.
Yeah, she
oh man. Anyhow, folks, you watch the podcast. Then let me know, make it the rules. Just make sure you know where they are. Be the best version of you for you. Whoops. You can ignore reality all you want, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality like our dude there just now. Be the best version of you for you. We can see you guys again very soon. Look up for us on Thursday night for sure. We'll see how the shorts work out during the week. And again, please remember, folks, we're going to see you guys later.
Happy birthday, Dr. Carey.
Happy birthday to you, Carey. I'll leave it there.